action movies and deer hunting. There's some lessons to be learned there. All right, we're gonna start things out with a classic action movie, the movie Predator with the Arnold. And you know, that dude, there's a classic scene everybody knows where he paints his face. And it definitely takes his camouflage to the next level. And let's think about that from a deer hunting perspective. You see a lot of guys go without painting their face. The face masks have become very popular. Duck Dynasty back in the day made it like uncool to paint your face, but also cool. And then like the crowd went away from it, I think, to not be cool. But you know, animals recognize like the human threat on our shoulders and head outline. That's been documented for years. And so not applying any sort of camouflage to like one of those main elements, I think that's a huge mistake a lot of guys make. The face masks are obviously popular and they cover most of your face, and I think those are fine and dandy. But you spend all summer shooting your bow with your anchor points with an open face. And guys have even talked about shaving their beard because of anchor point issues and finding that. So I think it's worth noting that I feel like painting your face is a little better. Plus, if I'm scouting or still hunting, I don't want that neck gaiter type item up and around my face. I'd rather be free flowing. And so I paint my face. Final point to painting your face that I think's a concept is you show up in a parking lot and another guy does at the same time and you're fully painted up. I feel like that gives you just a little bit of a badass edge that says, hey, I'm going in and I'm going left. You know, he might avoid a little confrontation if you're painted up. Gives you that like warrior perspective, I feel like. The next movie is a favorite of mine, and I may have a slight man crush on Marky Mark, but that's okay. I feel like that dude's badass. You know, the movie Shooter, and the scene where they are in total preparation mode, pre-battle scene, shootout scene, and it's kind of the concept of level of detail preparation. They are spray painting their guns so they're not solid black. They are, you know, going through shooting drills. They are in a total preparation mode, and I think that really translates to the bow hunting world because you have to be on your P's and Q's, especially to kind of get it done in the final 30 seconds. You can't have like a release bang off your camera arm and get away with it. An extra shine off the binos that maybe, you know, you didn't have covered or didn't think about where the sun was when you glassed that potential shooter out there at a distance. I think a lot of those little details kill big deer. I've kind of said that as a mantra of mine for a couple years now. Preparation, taking the whole thing as a total event very serious. Because yeah, as a guy with limited time, you only get so many hunts. You'd hate to see something mess up because, you know, the jacket you selected maybe is a little more swooshy than a jacket that's a little quieter. Another favorite movie of mine is the movie Patriot. And the scene where he has the kids and they're up on the hill and he says, aim small, miss small, is kind of the mantra they recite. And really it's you know, and those kids go on, I think they do a decent job. They do some missing as well. But like that final 10 seconds is a super important skill set as a bow hunter. And something I messed up on in my career is I would wait till gun season and shoot the first doe. I was not shooting a lot of does with my bow. I was just using that season to hunt for bucks. And I missed out on a lot of good practice. And so now I'm definitely back on the train of shooting does with my bow. Just because that is such a good skill set to develop. And you know, I don't shoot a ton of deer in a year, so doing that a few times with the bow is definitely the route I want to go. Speaking of movies, we got a film launch party, a watch party if you will, coming up in about a month. So Nocterra, Powell, Ohio, free beer, a door prize from XOP that's going to be a stellar, no admission, just show up, and we're going to do a little, you know, I'm going to launch my film that night. Should be a great evening to talk deer and beer with a couple local guys to the area. Obviously the squad will be there. I'm trying to pull in guys like Justin Hollinsworth as well. But definitely, to wrap this video up, I want to know, what's your favorite action movie? We'll see you.